Thank you everyone for coming out. I want to first address that I'm not trying to become the second youngest heavyweight champion in the world. I'm trying to beat Filip Hrgovic and become a heavyweight champion. Second of all, listen, this fight is what I wanted. I've asked Queensby for so long. I think it's a style matchup that I reckon I can thrive on. The pressure I can thrive on. And it's just waiting to fight it.
How are you feeling this time around as opposed to before Dillian White or before Jermaine Franklin? Obviously, the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Your toughest test to date, undoubtedly, in the quality of Filip Hrgovic. What's it been like in the last few weeks?
I'm not really I'm obviously the world title is an achievement and an accolade. That's a +1, but my sole focus is Hrgovic. I don't if I ain't gonna beat Hrgovic, it doesn't matter about the world title, it doesn't matter about the noise, it doesn't matter nothing. So my job is to just be victorious fight night.
Be victorious fight night. Obviously, the long camp with Ben and Barry and Lee and everyone up there. Has it gone perfectly? Have you had the right sparring? Are you as good as you can possibly be ahead of Saturday?
Yeah, man. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't, but yeah, man, it's as good as it can be. Yeah, man, I'm ready to rock and roll. I don't know what else to say.
You're ready to rock and roll. Has Filip been getting under your skin a little bit with some of the things he's been saying?
No, man. At the end of the day, talk is cheap. He's just got, schoolboy banter. And that's it, man. You got to keep rolling.
We love a bit of schoolboy banter. Filip Hrgovic, we've heard plenty from you in this build-up. You've been very entertaining. You also look in terrific shape, having been in Big Bear with Abel Sanchez. Are you in the condition of your life at 34?
Yeah, hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. And yeah, I'm feeling great. Finally, it's my best training camp in last 6 years. Last 6 years, I always had some trouble going on, or some pain, or some injury, or illness, or some personal problems, or some business problems. Every time was some mess before the fight, and now, thanks to my Lord Jesus, I had great training camp. He put everything in place for me. He connected me with great people. My coach Abel Sanchez, my manager Kit Connolly, and everything was perfect, So I had good sparring, good recovery, good. I had everything what I haven't had like previous camps. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
Do you agree with Moses that it's just schoolboy banter in the build-up, and now with 48, 50 hours to go, it's about the serious business of winning a fight, and for you to become a heavyweight champion after everything you've given the sport?
Sorry, what was the question?
The question was the banter with Moses. Is that all just part of it, part of the games of the build-up, and now it's about serious business? Or is that a psychological edge that you're trying to get over on him?
No, man, I'm just telling you facts. I'm not playing any games. I just tell you what I think in the moment. Like I said, I'm not so smart to play these my games. And I just tell you what I think, I think he's a kid, he's not mature enough. I think I'm the man. I'm in much better age, much more experience. And yeah, that's it. No mind games.
No mind games, just physical victory for you on Saturday night.
Yeah. God willing, I'll beat him. I'll smash the kid on Saturday. I'll send him back to high school.
Smashing the kid, sending him back to high school. I'm sending it out to the media out there who have some questions for our panelists. I'm sure there are many about how this fight can be won and lost.
Charlotte Daly for the Daily Mail, one from Moses. I'm not sure if you've seen, but Nassim Hamed has been kind of doing some media in the build up to this fight. And he said yesterday that he thinks that you're better than he ever was. And if you continue on the trajectory you're on, that you will be the all-time best. When you hear someone like him say that, what does it make you think? And how do you appreciate those comments?
It's a nice gesture. When your talent is being recognized, obviously it's good, but when I hear things like that, it's just, I kind of have to put it back in my mind. I don't want to get too big-headed. Obviously, I've got a task. The job's not done. I've only turned professional 3 years ago, so I've got such a long way in the sport of boxing, and I kind of have to push it to one side. But of course, I appreciate all-time great like Nassim Hamed.
When asking Naz what advice he would give you, he said that visualization was a huge thing, that you need to visualize standing at the end with your hand raised and the belt. Have you done a lot of visualization, and how has that looked for you, if so?
Have I done visualization? No, I wouldn't say so. I guess shadow boxing is visualization to a certain extent, so yeah.
Amy Khan with Seconds Out. 2 questions for Filip Hrgovic. Filip, given the skills of Moses Itauma and the fact that he's a southpaw heavyweight, there aren't too many of those around, how difficult has it been to draw in the right sparring, the correct sparring for this fight with Moses this weekend?
Sparring partners?
Yeah.
I had good sparring partners. It's not the, easiest thing in the world when you're fighting southpaw to find, southpaw sparring partners. It's not easy. It's easier when you're fighting orthodox, but I had good sparring partners. I had also, big, strong guys. I had the small cruiserweights who are, very fast. So I done everything, what I should do. And I feel great.
In some of your recent fights, you've had to deal with cuts bothering you through the fight and coming through those. One of them was this fight was stopped against Daniel Dubois because of cuts. How much of a worry is that going into this fight with Moses?
I'm not worried about anything. I just believe in God's plan, and that's it. I just believe. I went through a lot in my life, and I just believe God has planned for my life and for his life, and this is the moment for me to shine. I had a lot of troubles, like I said, in previous camps, in previous fights. I went through a lot in whole my career, whole my life, and I just believe, this is my time. So I'm not worried about anything. Everything in God's hands.
It's Tristix over here for George. George, in just 14 fights, what do you think it is about Moses that's captured the imagination?
I think, to be honest with Tris, I think it's a combination of different things, but you have to start with the talent. We all recognize talent. We've all been in this sport for a long time, and Filip's even spoken about it. Moses has raw talent that you don't come across that often in any sport, and when we see it, with a personality, with someone that can, also, I think, resonate with fans, because there's no, we don't send Moses out to be a certain way or to tell him how to behave. This is who he is. This is his personality. He takes it in his stride. He wants to get there quickly. And, as he said right at the beginning of this was the fight that he wanted, and it was up to us to try and deliver it. It was also a fight that Filip accepted. Time's going to tell if we've all got the timing right. But as I said, Saturday night we'll see a great fight. But look, for me, we know that winners go on immediately and have great opportunities straight away. But we can also remind ourselves we've seen multiple different heavyweight championship fights, different even weight division championship fights happen recently, involving guys that have been in great fights that have lost. It's not the end of the world for the loser. both of these guys feel that they're destined for great things. I think they both can probably feature and deliver world championships at one point in their career, but both think it's their time on Saturday night.
Witnessing history on DAZN. DAZN also working with other partners. You mentioned Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn in a couple of weeks. We look forward to that, don't we, Keith Connolly down the far end of the table? But for you, it's all about London. It's all about your man, Filip Hrgovic. We saw you a few weeks ago. You're extremely confident that it's the right fight at the right time for El Animal. Anything in the last few weeks that's made you even more thinking that he wins the world heavyweight title on Saturday night?
Filip's in the best headspace I've ever seen him in. He had a great camp, no injuries. His body looks different. His mind frame is different. You know, he's going around publicly saying he's going to throw Moses back to high school, smash his face in. He's saying that privately as well. He truly believes it. I think this is a perfect storm of events to upset what everybody wants, Moses to win the heavyweight title. Filip is an experience. He's a great fighter. He throws more punches than any heavyweight out there. And as I said a couple of months ago in the initial press conference, this is going to be Hagler-Hearns type fight. I really see a knockout in the first 3 to 5 rounds. And I think Filip's going to go out there and be very offensive and overwhelm Moses. And I do think Moses is everything everybody says he is. He's a great fighter, super talented. He will be heavyweight champion of the world. He's just not going to be heavyweight champion of the world this Saturday.
11 wins in 2 for Moses, 11 wins within 3 for Filip. You're predicting a sort of modern day heavyweight Hagler-Hearns, that exciting for 9 or so minutes.
Yes, I mean, there's nobody that I've talked to in boxing that doesn't think that this fight will be exciting. It's a can't miss. It's impossible for it not to be all action. You have Filip that throws 1,000 punches around. You have an explosive young dynamo in Moses Itauma. It's just going to be an instant classic. Joshua Fury is the biggest heavyweight fight of the year, but Hrgovic versus Moses Itauma is the best heavyweight fight of the year.
And you're absolutely convinced that Filip Hrgovic will become the heavyweight champion of the world after all his promise over the years. This is the time to deliver.
Absolutely convinced. Filip Hrgovic will knock out Moses Itauma this Saturday, and we're going to have a new heavyweight champion. He's from Croatia.
I love these build-ups because I'm going to Francis Warren now. So your man's going to get knocked out. All the talk of him becoming a generational grade and along the lines of the superstars we've talked about over the years. You obviously don't think that's going to happen. How proud are you of the way Moses is dealing with all of this, and how nervous or excited are you ahead of Saturday?
First of all, very, very proud of the man to my left who, Filip called him a kid. I met him when he was a kid, and he's always been a very big kid, and he's developed into a phenomenal young man. He's a pleasure to be around. He conducts himself impeccably, and he works so hard at him. It's beyond belief, and it's not just working on the boxing side of things. He works on his how to behave and as I said, how to conduct himself out in the ring, and it's just a pleasure to have seen him develop into such a phenomenal young man. That's got a huge amount to do with his family, all the guys up there, and who look after him day in, day out, and also the training side of things in the Ben Davidson Academy. I think he's got a fantastic team around him that have helped him go from strength to strength. But most importantly, this is all down to this young man and how he conducts himself. From the boxing side of things on Saturday, you know what I'm going to say. I've got every confidence in him that he's going to go and do the business and become heavyweight world champion. But as Moses quite rightly said, the most important thing is the win and the accolades that will follow. Is the IBF world title. But the most important thing is to focus on the win. And obviously it's the best man win, but I do feel like Moses is the best man for Saturday night.
Playbook Boxing is powered by our friends at Betway. For exclusive acquisition offers, free bets and much more, download the Betway app now.
One more for you. Moses has been talking about Filip Hrgovic as an opponent for a while. You have too. Yeah, go on, Filip. Sorry.
I have one question. I'm confused. He said that that Moses is in the best shape ever. and Moses said that he's not in such a great shape, that he's like in decent shape.
I said he's in fantastic shape.
But he thinks that it's enough for me. That's what Moses said, and you said opposite. So I'm confused. Is that like already some excuses from Moses or what? In case he lose, I'm just confused. I just want an explanation.
As we're saying,
Because I told you I'm not so smart.
Maybe it's a miscommunication.
I'm not so
in
smart.
language.
You must to explain me. I don't understand.
Maybe it's miscommunication in the language, Philip. Maybe I'm not sure.
What? I don't understand.
There you go. That's the problem.
Francis, what's important to me here is that Filip Hrgovic has been talked about for a long time from you guys, from the whole camp. Now it's actually happening a couple of days away, and the big man is there, and they're saying that he's going to win. They say that he's in the best shape ever. Is there anything changing in your mind, or you're just convinced this is the right fight and this is the launch pad towards Moses becoming a generational great?
Boxing and everything's about timing, and this is the right fight at the right time. And I think probably less
It's the right time for us.
All right, Keith. But the right time, right fight at the right time for Moses Itauma to go show the world what he's always known he's capable of doing, and that's to become world champion of the world and go on to the first step of the ladder to go and become a generational great in the sport.
Keith says it's Hagler Hearns. What's your answer to that? He says he wins, no doubt. Hrgovic.
I've got no doubt Moses wins, and and from a personal point of view, I think Moses stops Philip.
Okay, let's bring Moses back in. Obviously, you're not giving anything away. You work very hard behind the scenes with Ben and Lee, tactically all the way through camp. I know you always have done that so professionally. But what sort of performance are you expecting from yourself on Saturday? You say it's not about becoming the second youngest. It's about beating Filip Hrgovic. What would be the perfect performance?
a perfect performance, obviously, go a couple rounds and then finish the job.
It's more of the same. It's what you've been doing.
Exactly. Same script, different story.
You believe that you'll get him hurt early, you'll get him into traps, and you've got the ruthless and predatory finish to get him out of there.
What do you think, Adam?
I'm asking you. It's not about what I think.
Like this, me standing here in front of a camera, in front of a microphone and saying what I'm gonna do, is it doesn't mean much. It means Saturday night. That's the most important thing. Like, I'm not trying to engage in any back and forth, nothing, because my eye is solely on the target. So,
Philip, you've heard what Moses has got to say. Perfect performance is winning within 2 rounds. That makes him even quicker than AJ. That's 33 rounds, I think that will be, or 34 rounds before 34 to become a world heavyweight champion. You've had hundreds of rounds as an amateur and a pro. Do you think it ends quickly for you, like your manager says, within 3 rounds?
Sorry, guys, I don't understand that British accent so well. I didn't understand you anything. What he said, he's gonna knock me out in 2 rounds?
Yes.
We'll see, man. No one ever knocked me out any time in my life. I had like so many fights, amateurs, professional, WSB. No one ever knocked me out. So only I was stopped against Dubois because of the cuts, and I was in terrible shape because of sickness. And no one ever knocked me out. So if people say, he's next Muhammad Ali, we'll see, man. I hope so. I'm not next Cleveland Williams or, Ernie Terrell. I hope so. We'll see what's gonna happen, but no one ever knocked me out. So I don't know if he's so good. We'll see.
We will see, but I want to ask you simply what happens
But look,
on Saturday.
look like he said like a few months ago, give me some props, man. I came here to London on his territory. I'm a big underdog in eyes of everyone. The kid who's everyone was avoiding, I came here on his territory. I'm fighting him. and give me some props, man. I'm not afraid of anyone. Whole my career, I never avoided anyone, and I come here for fights, and against all odds, I'm believing in myself. And after so many wars in the ring, in the gym, after 20 years in boxing, from little country, Croatia, I'm here in the middle of the London fighting the next, how they say, next Mike Tyson. So give me some props, man.
We all give you props, we all respect you, and we all can't wait for Saturday night. Are you going to give us one final prediction, Filip?
I'll smash the kid, man.
I think that's the way to end this.